hot. We've been yelling at each other without sound. Mics are hot now.
Talking to the ghosts in the attic.
The psychopaths have arrived. People can hear us now. Mics are hot. Yeah, we're picking up. Oh man. Okay, I need a second to refresh. Okay, we're picking up after last week when you guys performed a blind hop out of Trest. You guys had a long discussion with the heads of 2 Archon orders, trying to get them to come to some kind of agreement. Unfortunately, even though their agreements were peaceful, one of the members of the delegation were rather traitorous in their thoughts and sicked a mob on the Archon embassy. You guys managed to flee with a quick timed teleport circle, allowing Veer to draw it so that she can pick the location. And you guys blind hopped through. Did I miss anything?
That sounds about right.
Okay. Anything to add from anybody? Any private traitorous thoughts?
I don't think so. I think we discussed it off the end of the last session. We
Not on the
did
trip,
leave
of course,
our wagon and horses in town with all the rations.
Oh yeah, your supplies are in town.
Let's hope that
we
they
have
get
our
taken
bags
care
of
of.
we have our bags of holding, but I mean the rations in the wagon are gone.
Yeah.
I can tell you what was in the wagon. Okay, here it is. Feed for the horses, a bunch of it. 2 weeks worth of rations. Apparently a torch for some reason, and a wagon repair kit.
Huh. Okay, so yeah, you had some stuff. Yeah, so you guys blind hopped.
I think I remember Veer was the one who wrote the enchantment, right?
She is the one that wrote the teleport coordinates down.
Oh, what the heck? What does that say?
You guys blind hopped. Upon jumping through the portal, you guys found yourself in the center of a large stone circle with a permanent inlaid teleport circle lined around in silver with gold symbols marking its rune location. As you guys come into the area, you guys have entered into what looks like a library of some kind. And it is currently empty, aside from it looks like a couple of young people wandering about and grabbing books, and a lightly armored librarian just setting books back on shelves. As soon as you're through, Veer kind of pulls her clothes, shakes the dust off, and goes, "That could have gone better."
What would you have? You mean the ending? I assume.
Yes, the ending. Not the kind of ending you hope for in those kind of circumstances.
I'll relay to her that what happened, where the governor was instigating the riot. It looked like he had seeded the crowd with instigators. I was able to subdue one of them momentarily, and blockade them from getting in to interrupt the signing of the documents. But that guy is not on your side.
No. I was afraid that maybe it wasn't the Archons that were keeping us from negotiating, but maybe the other pillars of trest. Well,
They kept mentioning over and over that they felt like you had killed the queen, and I'm not sure where this comes from. What's the why do they yell and scream that?
can I get a persuasion check? Where's my set? Where's my private set? Since my screen dice are shown. I believe that's a conversation for another time.
Oh, certainly. It seems to be what fed the crowd, and I suspect that and if it's got no merit, then perhaps we can, when we return, we can help put it right.
It's complicated.
Complicated.
Well, at least we made out with one thing, and that's our lives.
Yes.
Well, I think we made it with more than that. Where have we transported to? Are we in Travash?
No. We are far from Travash. Half a world away. Welcome to Sutrana. The Susaran Mountains. The only place I thought of that I could call home.
I am excited. I've only read about this in far-fetched stories and songs that I found underground, deep underground.
Yes, we do have a history. Well, as you can see, the first area that we have here is our library. What was it that you were after? After all, we talked at length about what I wanted in that discussion, but I never quite understood what you wanted out of the conversation.
Well, the first thing that we wanted was to be able to get here, where we are now, and I suppose that we're also on a mission from a very old friend who has requested that we return with, oh man, was it a book? I can't remember. Oh, I gotta look it up. I gotta look at my notes. Sorry, not ready for this.
I believe
Zook, do you remember Wanderer?
it was a book.
Thank God. Memory don't fail me now. Yeah, I guess something of a library here. Perhaps it's here.
And who was the one that sent you after this book?
It was the silvered one. It was Mithril White Dragon himself.
Moonstone. He's Moonstone at this point.
Thank you. Moonstone. Yeah.
He's changed a few times. He used to be Mithril. He used to help out every once in a while, I guess. I guess his exposure to the Feywild really didn't do him any good. Well, if he is after a book, he's after a specific book. She looks around and goes, I think I know which one he wants. But I don't have it anymore.
Oh, well. Point us in the direction.
I loaned it to some friends some time ago as they made their way out They headed for Rathan's Reach. But that was decades ago. If the silvered one wants it, it's that one.
Okay.
Is this? What did you say it was? Is it near here?
Rathan's Reach?
Yes.
Oh, you got a bit of a journey ahead of you. Rathan's Reach is probably 10 days as the crow flies. But I don't recommend that route. It's a dangerous proposition to go that far.
Interesting.
What route would you recommend?
Head east, hit a road. East till you go find the tower. Follow the road to the village, across the river, and then follow that road south.
I don't suppose there's a teleportation circle that's closer.
No. We don't use our resources to warp into foreign countries. I understand. But yes, so you just want to cross through the mountains, find the village, and then, of course, make your way to Rathan's Reach. I'm sure the innkeeper will have some information about my book.
Okay. Excellent. Innkeeper only in town, huh?
No, they call him the innkeeper. You'll want to ask around.
Okay, will do.
Oh, and do be careful. Sutrana's been difficult as of late.
What kind of difficulties?
Well, I mean, it's not the wealthiest kingdom, but everything on the road seemed to think that it is.
Oof. Highwaymen, robbers.
Yes.
Where might we find mounts for this journey?
It would be nice to find a wagon and some horses. We seem to have left a fair amount of valuable things behind at the inn.
I think
Might want to replenish our stock.
I think before you think about mounts, you should take a look at the terrain outside and see if it's something you are comfortable with. And at this point, she kind of gestures towards towards a pair of large wooden doors that are currently shut, and she says, "I think you need to understand the position you're in."
You make it sound like we're at the bottom of an ocean.
No, not quite. And she leads you guys down some stairs and past. You can see various groups kind of walking through. Some archons reading books, unarmored but quite tall. You able to tell that they're archons based on the fact that there's a Felidar following closely behind them. You can see a group kind of marching a quick jot as they're being instructed. The area is very tightly kept. Nothing seems out of order as you guys pass through like kind of a barracks area and it looks like a large dining area. Eventually she kind of throws some doors open, and that's when the chill hits you guys. It's cold. It is blistering cold as you guys step out onto this large stone platform overlooking mountain peaks as far as the eyes.
Oh wow!
I may not
I'm
be able to
reaching in and
feel
grabbing-
much, but it is cold.
I'm running in and grabbing. I'm digging into my bag and grabbing my Yeti coat.
Yeah, right. We're donning the winter gear.
I can only feel the frost spreading through me.
How's the
Not
joints
flying
there,
now.
Wanderer?
Moves elbow, cracks. They're good.
Most people call it our Archon sanctuary, but we call it Trest Gambit. It's home. Like I said, if you want to,
How deep is the snow? Is it like actually passable, or is it?
as
Says
you
the
look,
short guy.
yeah, as you look down, you realize and kind of try to see where the snow is because you guys are actually kind of on a peak. As you guys realize, you're in a tower built into the side of a mountain on a platform arcing out from it. You can see a couple of other towers built to the same way around. Mustard, you can see things flying out. You're not able to quite tell how deep the snow is because it seems as if this platform is being cleared of snow every once in a while.
Do we see any flying beasts?
Groups of Felidars around, various types, cats mostly, although some of them had more fox-like features. The flying creatures seem to mostly be mounts of some kind.
Yes.
Yeah, flying mounts sound like the way to go. I don't suppose you'd have any of those available, do you?
We
So it
do.
says eyeing the.
We do have some Felidars. There's a complication to it. I mean, anybody is able to undertake the first trial. Anybody is able to attempt to bond with a Felidar. We have nothing against it.
Oh, hell yeah.
But you'll get changed into your clothes, into some normal clothes. You'll leave your weapons and spellcasting equipment. And pray you don't get eaten.
Excellent. Yeah.
I like this exchange.
This sounds like a deal.
Sounds like it's worth a shot.
Oh man, we're the best at getting along with animals.
Animals love us.
We taste delicious.
Okay, good. My animal handling isn't negative. For a second it was.
Of course. Please, and she kind of guides you around as you guys kind of scale the peak and scale around some stones going higher up until you can see this Ari that's above. At the bottom, you can see a group of caged animals. They're not struggling. They're kind of just pacing around their small areas. You can see what looks like a boy, probably 12, 13 years old, watching from the sides with a much older armored gentleman talking with him, and that older gentleman looks to you and says, "Are these some more idiots from Sutrana?"
Oh no, we're the idiots from Travash. I'm Tamarius. Goldstone. Yeah.
Survive a week and I might learn your
That is
name.
Okay. Deal.
Now, let's see if we can't get you guys in there. You're a bit older than Felidars are used to, but I think I have someone who recently lost their riders. And he kind of drops into this. The arena itself, it is shaped like an arena with areas where people would watch. They do not have many stands. It looks like there's a few tables with equipment set out. And he jumps out and he kind of looks through some of the cages that line the arena before he looks at one and goes, that one. Yes. Who wants to go first?
I look at Wanderer.
I shall give it a
Zook
shot.
stands behind everybody else. Out of sight.
I am not made of meat. Probably.
I love it.
Yeah. Wanderer, you're brave and non-meat sack. Give it a
Yeah,
try.
Indeed.
You'll be fine.
You
What do these things look like again?
various different.
They're
They're
like
mostly
flying
cat-like. They
owls?
have they range between leathery winged and feathered wings. Some are more cat-like, like some are more dog-like. They are Felidars. Some of them have more shapely snouts, and they watch. And you can see the one he kind of gestured to is a white-maned lion.
Ooh.
I swear we've
That
met these
Wanderer
things
looks
before.
so good on that.
I swear we've met Felidar before in the past. I just don't remember when.
So, if you'd like, who was it that was coming in here first?
I shall attempt.
Right. Well, good luck to you. And you see, as soon as you you kind of drop in, and he's like, "Put your weapons by the wall. Leave everything to the side."
Right. Dropping off my weapons.
Sorry, I'm
Don't want
seeing
that.
if
There we go.
I've got a Felidar stat block nearby.
Does a shield count?
Yes. In fact, they asked that you also unarmor yourself.
Gotcha. All right. I put it all next to my bag of holding.
No, you don't want to hurt the Felidar's digestive system.
Sorry, I'm grabbing a stat block real quick.
I'm pretty sure we've met these things before. Though the weirdest thing is, like, I remember them from the Underdark.
No, you wouldn't have seen Felidars in the Underdark. It might have been something different. He, as soon as you kind of unarmor, he goes, "Great, now, good luck." And he opens the cage.
All
Out
right, I
comes
step in.
a lion.
Yeah. Throws you right in.
Bye-bye.
First and foremost, can I get animal handling?
Yes, indeed. I shall do my
Oh man, I thought you were gonna ask
dangest.
for bowel handling first. Can a warforged
We got a
shit himself?
13.
Oh, not bad.
Okay, you
I don't have any modifiers.
Yeah, you jump in there and you see this thing jump out at you, and it snarls, and you kind of attempt your animal handling. I don't know how you're going about this.
You said it's a lion, right?
Half lion. It looks kind of like a griffin.
Okay. I hear griffin, so I'm going to kind of pay respect to the animal, keeping or maintaining a distance. If it approaches me, I'm fine with that. I'm not going to approach it. I'm not going to show signs of fear or aggression. And I'm just going to give a slight bow.
You
See how that goes.
you give this slight bow to it, trying to give this thing the respect you think it deserves. And as soon as you bow, this thing leaps at you. 23 to hit.
Oh yeah, that's it.
Just barely.
Good thing I have the.
You'll take
protection
11
thing.
health.
All right.
11 damage as this thing jumps on you and just starts rending at you. And you hear the guy from the other side, no, you need to talk to it. You need to reach an understanding.
I don't see how I'm supposed to reach an understanding with something that's currently pummeling me, but I shall do my best. Ow.
What do you do? Currently, this thing is on top of you.
I like to find a way to disengage and make sure to maintain some amount of distance from it.
Okay, so you scramble off of it and kind of get away from it. You're kind of at the edge of this arena there. You could easily climb up it if you wanted to.
Like up onto the creature?
No, well, you could try to jump on the creature. You could also jump up onto into like where everybody else is watching in the arena.
I see. Okay. I'm going to circle it. And I'm going to say to the creature, now I don't know about you, but I think you may need some company, and I think that on the roads ahead you may enjoy some delicious snacks. I don't eat very much, if not at all. I can provide many a snack and food for you. If we travel together, I'll make sure your belly is well full and you have plenty of company.
Give me a second. I need to see something here.
Yeah, looking around, is there any obvious snack buckets or other Felidar related paraphernalia that would give us some hints as to
Nope.
what they might like?
It's an empty thing, arena. You can see. You don't see any snack things. You don't see anything. You see that despite how aggressive this Felidar is being, the other I say 4 Felidars have not gone aggressive. They're not whinging. They're just kind of watching. Can I get persuasion at disadvantage? Wonder.
Persuasion at disadvantage. We got a 9.
Okay. I'll give you one chance to react as it leaps at you again.
Okay. Is it possible to sidestep and try to get on top of it?
Give me a dexterity check. Give me athletics,
Dexterity check.
athletics, acrobatics, dexterity, whichever you prefer.
Let's see. Let's go. You said athletics. Is that
Yeah, you can
all
do
right? Is that
athletics.
all right? Yeet. Oh, that's almost a natural 20. Holy shit. 22.
You. Okay. You move, quickly seeing it coming. You sidestep and kind of grab onto the back of its mane. You are currently on the back of this Felidar.
I'm going to hold on to its mane and say, now I do not wish to do this because you're being unreasonable. But if I have to do it this all day, I shall. You shall be my friend. And I'm just gonna try and hold on to it. I assume it's like riding a
Yeah, it's the
what else
rodeo.
called?
Tornado.
Yeah, rodeo, that's it.
Yeah. Something unexpected happens when you get on its back. You jump onto its back, and as soon as you get on, and it realizes it can't shake you. You notice it starts backing to the wall.
Interesting. Okay. I think I know what's gonna try and do.
And as it backs towards the wall with a fierce gust of wind from its wings, it launches itself back first towards the wall, trying to crush you in it. What do you do?
I have one reaction, yes?
I'll give you an action.
Okay. So I'm just trying to get context because now I'm trying to really think through if I want to get crushed against a wall or not. It is currently slamming like its entire body weight backwards, right?
Yep, it's flinging its entire body weight backwards.
Okay, I'm going to drop off of it and let it hit the wall and then try to get right back on top as soon as it hits the wall.
Yeah, it slams into the wall and comes off. Can I get another athletics check?
Athletics. Don't fail me now. That's decent. 20.
20.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So you quickly, as soon as it slams, you can see it's on it, and it kind of flaps its wings for a second. You're able to kind of nab back onto the back of this thing as it's flapping its wings and trying to hover in midair. Is there anything you're
Okay.
trying to do from its back?
Is there anything I noticed that might be able to calm the creature out of its behavior thus far?
Give me an insight check.
Insight. That'd be a natural one.
Stroke its mane.
Okay. It is a wild beast.
Actually, I was going to do that, but thank you for saying it anyway. I am going to attempt to pet it to try and calm it down. I'm still trying to hold on, but I'm using my other hand. Try to say like, it's all right. I'm not going to hurt you, nor would I want you to hurt me.
Yeah,
I
so
would like some mutual respect from this, sir.
you try to stroke its mane. Everyone else, you can kind of see it. Can I get insight from everybody but Wanderer?
Oh yeah. I was hoping you'd ask that.
I'll
Sorry about that.
no, don't worry.
Coming right at you. Insight.
Insight.
Yeah. From the peanut gallery.
I'm going to use my inspiration.
Okay.
Yes.
Yay!
You notice, you guys look, it's not behaving like an animal. From the second he jumped on it, tried to throw him into the wall. When it lunged at him was when he was treating it like, and now it looks ticked, but it doesn't look rabid. And as it kind of flies into the air, you can hear the trainer, Silvara, down. And the beast quickly lands on the ground and folds its wings in, and Wonder, you. Sorry, he didn't know. He wouldn't know your name. You, can you let her go? She hates it when people touch her mane.
Understood. I'll let go of that. Is it possible to like pet the body?
She kind of, as soon as you let go, she kind of backs up, and as you go to kind of pet the body, you can see she kind of raises her paw to strike.
Ah, I see. All right. I'm going to very slowly and trying not to make myself look like a threat approach and talk at the same time. Just be like, not trying to hurt you. I'm just trying to understand you so we can form some kind of agreement. That way we can get along better and mayhap sometime go traveling the skies. That would be fun, not going to lie. But we'll take it as your pace.
When you say take it at your pace, you can I get a persuasion check again?
Persuasion. Shaw. Damn. It keeps rolling off natural 20s.
You
11.
as soon as you say that, like talking, she kind of backs off, and you can see she looks at the trainer, and he goes, "Go take a nap, Silvara. We'll pick it up later. Somebody will be there for you. Metal Man, can you get up here?"
Indeed. That was exhilarating.
First time with Felidars?
Only time with any beast like that.
Kind of figured. Do you know Celestial?
Let me see. Nope.
Zook's gonna try to be as positive as possible. You did great. I really liked you. I could tell.
Oh,
Bravo!
I couldn't tell because I kept
Wanderer.
getting hit around, but I think it liked me.
It didn't
The
even
two of
eat you. That was
Looked
great.
like you were joined at the hip. The two of you have been fast friends, I expect.
I am just hoping that the other fellow Felidar do not do the same to you.
Look, my friend, you're going about this wrong. They're not beasts. They're too smart for that. Many say that the Felidars are wiser than a lot of us, and these have seen the world before. A plate of food won't satisfy it.
Interesting.
What is the
Could you tell me more
driving
of
motivation?
these? Yes.
Depends on the Felidar. Bond with it, talk to it, kind of help to understand each other. The thing is, a relationship between you and the Felidar is not a give and take. It is not a animal and handler. It is a joining of wills. You need it to know that its will is aligned with your own. Now, does anyone else want to give this a try? And at this point, you can see one of the boy that had been there. He kind of runs back into the room and quickly hands a couple a sheet to the man and a couple gold pieces, and he pockets them. So, anybody else?
Trick's gonna raise his hand. I would like to try, please. That looks like a lot of fun. May I see if one of the other Felidar has an affinity for me instead of randomly choosing, or would you prefer to choose?
No, I only picked that one because, well, he's the one that seemed the most interested. But if you feel like you have the ability to see one, well, if you have to link with one, we'll jump in. You can take your pick.
Yeah, so I'll walk over to the other four. Can I use telepathy? And about 30 feet away from each one, individually and in their tongue, celestial, I will introduce myself and ask them to tell me the story of how they became riderless, how they lost their partner.
Yeah, the white mane is the first one to speak up, and because as soon as you telepathically reach out to them, you can see they all respond. The white one, what was fighting with Wanderer, kind of looks to you, Savara, sits down, and she goes, "My rider fell in battle over this great sea. A brave knight of the order. Oh, God, please don't sing. Do you know how loud the noises these people make are sometimes?
I look around in this peaceful mountain setting, and I say, this is about as quiet as I've ever had. Unfamiliar with this area. I'm afraid that if I wander too far out of the reach of this domain, that I will fall.
Yes. Wingless though you are, scaled one.
I do have weak wings. They just don't. They carry me far, but not for very long. Not nearly like these magnificent wings that you all have.
Flattery will get you nowhere with us.
I mean it truthfully, and I sprout my weak ass wings. Look, they're pretty, but I can't do anything much with them.
Yes, they are pitiful.
And of this group, I am the most pitiful by far.
Then I recommend another beast.
I bow to him and thank him for his story. Do you mind? What was the name of your knight of the order? And if he offers it, then I will write it down in my book and then move on. If he doesn't,
Erindor,
then that's
the
fine.
immovable.
All right, I will walk to the next one.
And you go to the next one. This one paces about. It seems quite a bit younger than the other. And it stops and
Greetings.
it looks at you. And as soon as you do, it stands, kind of shakes itself out and goes, "You greet Mirith, the Bloodsworn."
Mirith, you are magnificent. Please tell me the story of your partner,
My rider
the
was
one that
weak,
rode.
struck by an arrow while we were flying. I devoured him on the way back.
Ah, so the ending was tasteful. I get a wry smile.
Not so much. Kind of stringy.
Ah, there are juicier palates, and then there are us. You won't find me very tasty, that's for sure.
Would see. Depend if you're
So,
weak enough to be killed on my back.
oh, I'm weak enough to be killed by a bad stare from you. But I am worth protecting. If you're looking for a strong one, I point back at the silvered wanderer, and that one right there would give you a run for your money.
Good.
He can take a beating.
Yes. Silvara did a number
Tastes a
on
little
him.
oily. Tastes a little oily for my taste, but you know.
We'll see.
Then I'll go to the next one and greetings. I'm Trix. I am looking for one who would partner with a bard of many songs and stories.
I'm Felidars.
You are
I
magnificent.
haven't seen
Beautiful,
many
I might
bards
say.
around here. This one seems to be more fox-like in nature. Redder fur,
Oh, yeah.
sharper snout.
My kind of girl. No, I can't imagine you would. And I don't come from here. I hail from a place very, very, very far away. Although
Fascinating.
anymore, I think I wander just like my friend's namesake. I seem to have a home almost everywhere now.
Good. You need many homes.
Ah. And if you don't mind me asking, how is it that you've not found a new partner, and what has happened to your other one, your previous partner?
My rider became too old to ride. He retired to the library here.
Oh, it is that time gets us all, isn't it?
Yes, one day I will fall from the skies.
Would be it that I was with you when that happens, and then I would attempt to keep you from falling. Alight softly.
I'd like to make a deal with you. Just a temporary, something short term. I'd allow you to ride.
And in return, what can I do for you?
You would let me stretch my wings. I could take you as far as the edge of the mountains, and then return. And you see, she takes a smell of the air. You do not belong here, and not of the order.
Nope. I have a different order, one of dragons.
Then may the fire envelop us both.
Well,
I will take you to the edge of the
I'd
mountains.
like to see the edge of these mountains. Is there anything else that I might offer you? I'm pretty good with the tune.
Sorry, give me just a second, guys. Somebody is messing with the computer's sound. Jake? I don't know. It's just the sound keeps... Sorry, my volume
Is it the
keeps turning
virus
down.
named Jake? Might be the virus named Jake.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I'm
been
not
going
touching
around.
anything, and the sound, the volume is decreasing. What
Did the
is
cat
this?
get on it?
Yeah, sorry to interrupt, guys. I don't know why it did that. It just seems very weird. All right. Sorry, back to it.
Back to it? Okay. Or we can take a few minutes if you need to.
No, I don't need a few minutes. I think I got it fixed.
Galadrius, what else is it that I can do for you? It seems that we both want you to stretch your wings. Or perhaps maybe later we can discuss something else I could do. Perhaps I can write a song for you.
No. I like the quiet.
It is peaceful up here. I bow to her, and then I step to the last. Is this the last one?
Yes, this would be the last
Are
one.
there 5 total or 4 total? Okay. I step to the last, in part because I don't want to offend. So, greetings.
Greetings. I am Corinda.
Corinda.
That is
I
the
am
name I was given.
Trix. Tamarius. Sorry, I was taken aback. You seem at ease.
It's been a long time since one has attempted to ride one of us.
That must have been entertaining.
Yes, most entertaining. Your compatriot there.
He is one of a kind. He has been brought back from a world where, for him, nothing existed for many hundreds of years.
Fascinating.
He he's brought back though with something that's special.
Hmm.
He's not a machine anymore. He's something more.
And your short
And
friend, does he taste good?
oh yeah, he tastes pretty good. Oh, and then I catch myself. I mean, I don't know. I mean, from firsthand, I would just assume, right? Because I mean, look at him. He's incredible. He's so powerful. He's my friend. Oh man, we go way back. He taught me how to run from danger. He taught me how to fight when it's most important.
And why should I spread my
He
wings for you, Tamarius?
well, I'm glad you asked. You see, we have been tasked with some of the greatest noble efforts, and we've accomplished them. We are just our group, and I'm part of our group. We're just great at getting done what needs to be done and saving the world. I mean, oh God, if I not to sound braggadocious, but we've saved the world 3 times already.
You seem to be a little old for finding yourself a Felidar.
Oh, me old? Oh, I'm a young buck. I just our kind of we age well, if that makes sense. I mean, and I look around. There's really only one of you guys that I can tell is younger, and really it was just because he hadn't learned any respect for anyone else. Not because I could tell by looking.
Respect is to be
Corndell.
earned.
Oh, of course. And I don't mean to brag. I'd rather hear about you and your writer and your partner and what happened.
I'm riderless. I have always been riderless.
And
My
was that
rider
by
failed
choice?
his trials and died. He was not strong enough to name himself Archon.
Yes, the death is probably the end of the trial if you fail. And no other writer has ever attempted.
Many
Is
have.
it right? Do all of them fail their trials?
Some yes, some left the order. I've seen a few. Very few are worthy.
They've always ridden with somebody else. And yet, you seem pretty powerful.
We all are. It is a Felidar that makes the Archon. We are its sword. We are their extensions.
I believe that is true. I have met a number of Archons in my short life. They strike me as nobility. Veer seems to be of a different ilk, almost greater, wiser.
I've sat in on Veer's lessons. She's wise. Beyond her years.
Would that I could continue this conversation later, but I would ask that you give us a chance to prove ourselves, not just to ride with you, but to understand that our quest is the same as yours.
Doubtful.
Well,
But you deserve the same chance the rest have.
I suspect you are wiser than I, but I will thank you for your time and move back. And I hope someday that you find what it is that you're looking for.
One day.
And then I sing the U2 song. I still haven't found, as I walk away.
Yeah, you step away from the group of beasts.
Beasts that aren't beasts.
Quick question. What was the name of the one I was trying to bond with?
White Mane is all I got. Elendor the Immovable was his knight.
I think her name started with an S, but I'm just trying to remember and making
Silvara.
sure I spelled it right.
Silvara.
Silvara.
Okay, yeah, I did spell it right.
Okay. And then Mirith is the younger one. Galdris is the one who actually seems like might not eat me immediately.
So it's
And
Silvara,
then Corindel.
Marith, Veladaris, and Corindel.
Corindel.
Yeah, the one offered you a ride. I think that's a good
Yes.
start, at least.
So, and I'll relay all of the goings and comings and verbiage, and I'll offer to be a translator for Wanderer if he needs it.
Yeah,
I think Zook can already speak Celestial.
as you step back, you notice that a couple of Archons have stepped in. They've taken off their helmets and they've sat down.
Zook's gonna, if it's his turn to go up, he's gonna put on a little bit of a show,
Hell yeah.
and he's gonna cast Fly, and then loft down from the peanut gallery, and just kind of lazily fly in the middle and do some like backflips, and not too showy, but just kind of float around, and do like light acrobatics and watch and see if any of them are more interested than the others. After I do a few little maneuvers, I'll kind of light in the middle.
As you land, you notice they kind of look to each other, and one of them, Silvara steps back, and you can see she's kind of stepped back and kind of laid down. She's gotten bored. And the other three do continue to look at you. A little bit curious.
And so after that, I got a couple things I want to try. But I don't speak Celestial, so I would see if Trix could interpret for me if any of them say
I will
anything.
absolutely translate. Yeah, you might be right. It might be more of an interpretation, but yeah, I will do that. Play that part.
Okay.
And then I want to do a silent image of, it looks like I can do a 15-foot cube with an image, and I want to project a Felidar and me riding it with some like heroic kind of acrobatic moves, and showing off maybe some of my spell casting abilities in the image.
In Celestial, I introduce you to Zook, one of the most powerful wizards this side of the ocean.
Which one
And,
are you introducing? Are you just introducing him to all of them?
All of them. Yep.
Yeah, I'm trying to select one, and I'm gonna pick the most interested one, and I could have Trix I can do a Rary's telepathic bond with any of them that are willing, and I'll let Trix introduce that before I would actually cast it because they have to be willing.
Yeah.
This
When you
powerful wizard has the ability to telepathically bond with you, so he could transmit his thoughts directly to your minds, if you're willing.
and as you say that, and as the image comes up, you can see you hear Corindil go. Kind of arrogant, isn't he?
One of the most arrogant wizards you'll ever meet. He's the best at being arrogant. And then I catch myself.
and she kind of shakes herself. Veladris kind of looks at you guys and looks and goes, I guess. I mean, he looks more like a snack, but and he doesn't exactly know.
Surely.
I grin.
And when you mentioned the telepathic bond, it goes, doesn't know a lot about us, does he?
No, he really doesn't, and for that matter, neither do I. If you'd like, I can tell him
The lad just
what
kind
you'd
of goes,
like to tell.
I would speak with him. I would speak with him.
Can I translate?
Yes. Yeah, I'll attempt a telepathic bond with the creature then.
Okay.
Fuck like Galadrius.
It is willing. And you telepathically bond with it. Can I see that spell? I want to know if there's any limitations to it.
Yeah. Isn't it an all-day thing? Oh, an hour?
Yeah, one action lasts an hour.
Up to 8.
Creatures. Yep. Spell ends. Target. Okay. And it looks out to you and it goes. So you're a wizard.
I am indeed. I have a fair amount of spells and a fair amount of experience. I don't ask a lot, and would be a light rider. Would not burden you very much.
Mm-hmm.
If you would be willing to transport me, I don't ask for a large agreement, perhaps just to the edge of the mountains. But if you enjoy my company, we could venture further than that. It's up to you entirely, if it's to your benefit or not.
I think I could stretch my wings. Been a while since I've been out.
It'd be exhilarating for me to fly that great of a distance. I can fly only short distances with my abilities.
Although I would like to know how jumpy you are. Can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Yeah, okay.
Okay, you see as one solid motion, the bar that would keep the cage closed, she just smacks it open and swings the cage open and steps out. And you don't even flinch. Braver than he looks. We'll start with the edge of the mountains. After that, we'll see.
I'm honored. And Zook will loft up and then back over to the stands. And I'll say, I look forward to our journey.
See what kind of man he is, and she kind of at this point you realize, you kind of look and you realize as soon as she does this, none of the other Felidars are surprised or concerned. It's kind of at this point that you realize they're not locked in there. Any of them could have done that.
Yeah, if they're so intelligent, why would they be caged like animals? Kind of a interesting situation. And I'll let my companions know that one. What was that one's name?
That was Felidars.
I'll let them know that Felidars has agreed to at least transport me to the edge.
Cool. Yeah, she said that she was willing to fly to the mountains with me. I think.
Oh, is that the
One of
same one
the-
that agreed to carry you?
I think that one of the Felidars seems to be a little more lonely than the others, and really, the other three seem a little more typical, I suspect, of Felidars. We will have to probably go through some kind of trials.
You've got your telepathy,
With
and,
the other
as you say,
three.
kind of typical. The other three can go typical. And Mirith looks and goes, "The heavens belong to us. Why would we lower ourselves?" Well, and the other two kind of shut open theirs, and they go, as they come out, they look at the group. You can see Silvara still hasn't opened hers. She's kind of done with the situation. What do you guys do?
Not interested.
So I will let Zook and Wanderer know that I have acquired a new spell which will allow me to summon a flying steed. So I'll probably be okay if they can figure out a way to get one more of the Felidar to help us out.
Yeah, the only thing of flying I have is my boots, which I barely
How far will
wear.
they get you?
An hour. So a Felidar there must be.
I mean, I think that we need to, one of us, at least, maybe two of us needs to go through the trials.
Wanderer is going to look over at Silvara. Perhaps it's best to give her a day. I am rather interested in her spirit and the story you've told me of her rider. If there's trials to be done to prepare for more of this, I shall gladly do them.
Well, let's go find out what these trials are and find out a way to see that you're successful.
As you guys kind of determine that you're going to go back and talk about these trials, you can see the arena keeper. He as soon as you get like, we're going to go talk about it, you can see him go, and pulls out his coin pouch and starts counting out coins and handing them to a couple of the other archons.
They had bets on.
He'll have his
yeah.
investment back once we return.
Well, he may have bet against us, so now at
That's
least said that
also
we'll
what
do the
I'm alluding
trial.
to.
So, yeah, we may get tossed off the mountain whether we like it or not. Yeah. So, is somebody willing to? Do we need to talk to the Felidars about the trials, or is that somebody else?
That would be somebody else.
Okay. Let's go find out what a trial entails.
Yeah, you guys wander out. As you guys venture out, Veer seems to be talking with a couple of the children. They seem to be younger ones. They're probably 10, 11, 12. And she's kind of instructing them along with a group of Felidars, young Felidars, much smaller than the ones you guys had seen. She seems to be instructing them on their nature. And she kind of, as she sees you guys, she looks to you guys and looks to one of the other archons and calls him over and hands him a book and says, "Ah, friends, I see you met some of the riderless."
Amazing experience. They are so much more intelligent than I ever imagined.
Yes, they're not just our mounts; they are our partners.
Incredibly sad stories. Each of the riders.
It happens. You can't control it.
Death is nearby.
They know what they're signing up for, and so do their riders. So, have you decided? Have any of them decided to go with you? Are you planning on scaling the mountain?
Logan? Or, sorry.
Yeah, Valadrius has agreed to transport at least me to the edge of the mountains.
An eager Felidar, as always.
And
Younger.
it sounds like we need to go through trials for Wanderer here.
Trials? You don't mean
Yes.
our trials, do you?
Well, the others seem to think that without them, we couldn't prove ourselves to them.
Yes, you the trials are one way to prove yourself to your Felidar, but they take years of preparation.
Worried about that. It's
Honing your mind, honing your body and your spirit. Understanding our ways. And she looks at the group of children. She goes, "Many of ours start this young." But if that is your want, you wouldn't be the first ones claimed by it.
Are there other options?
We could try it again to convince another one of the riderless to join us, perhaps.
You could
At
try
least to
again.
the edge of the mountains.
I could get an archon or two, maybe get you to the bottom of this mountain. Not to the range, you'd still have to hike through.
So, my companion can fly for about an hour. Is that enough time to get us off the mountain? How long would it take a Felidar to get us there?
Getting off the mountain? Probably
To the end of the mountains?
Oh,
I
no,
believe is what
no,
she
no,
said.
no. The edge of the mountains. That's probably 2-3 days walk.
Mm-hmm. 2-3 days walking, and then what is it by flight time?
A Felidar could probably have you there in a day.
I see.
Then it is decided.
I think you're gonna have to get your ass kicked.
Yes, however many times it takes, it would seem. But if that is what I have to do to get through to Silvara, then so be it.
You're trying to go with Silvara.
Indeed.
Brave or stupid?
Would you recommend? Which would you recommend?
Felidars is the most willing. Mirith, she's proud, but she's kind. Corindel, kind of odd one, really. Silvara, her rider was an ashen one. Her rider was
I know not what that
immovable.
is.
Her rider was the immovable. And not just because he was. She's strong and proud and older than the rest. Corindel and Marith would be your best bets, but if you could convince Silvara, maybe. She's proud though, and she holds a grudge.
I don't know what it is, but I just have some feeling about her. But I shall try my best.
Are you sure that feeling isn't claw marks?
Looks down at Body. Well, at first it was, and then it was something else after I rode on her back for a few moments.
Selena preserve us. This is the best they've got. She quietly says that. Well, you're welcome to talk with them.
Go ahead, sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you're welcome to speak with them. Either that or you can start the track. I can call one of our guys to get you to the bottom of our mount. Come find me when you're ready.
Will do. Is there a place we can stay the night?
You have a few hours before dark. If you can make yourself comfortable, I guess this platform will be clear.
No, is there a tavern around?
And she looks she looks at the mountains and she points in the distance a little bit southwest at one of the aeries, and she goes, I think one of our archons set up a makeshift bar in that one.
Is it like 5 hours of flying away?
It's like the next mountain over.
Cool. I look at Zook. I'm down. Part of me is wondering if Galadriel would be willing to like take us both, if that would be too much, but also I've never cast this spell before, so he's a little nervous about the first time he does it.
Okay.
But yeah, so oh yeah, it's right over there.
So what do you want to do? What does everybody want to do?
I think we should pray, set up camp, and take a little chill pill for a bit. Then next day, I guess I'll try at Silvara again. Assume it'd be a good idea to give her a day, seeing that she doesn't like all the noise.
I'm gonna send a message before evening gets too far to our Archon friend in New Trest. His name was just a second. Silas, not the governor, the other one.
Elijah.
And I'm going to let him know that he is welcome to use. We rented the horses and wagon and we paid for them through the week. He's welcome to use them for the rest of the week for his Archon business if he could just make sure that they get back to the owners.
Well, he only sends back a couple of words. I'll see them returned.
And then I think that was our last piece of business there. I guess I need to send one more message to the Silvered One and let him know that we are in Citrana in the Archon's training ground, I believe. So, in the mountains. Looking for his book.
We've got to be able to convince at least one other Felidar to join us.
Yeah, that night we're gonna just definitely have a conversation with Wanderer and build him up, right? Like, hey man, you can do this. Like, I'm sure, dude. You have no idea how magnificent you looked when you were riding Silvar. I mean, it was like lightning in the sky.
They're hyping you
It may
up.
have looked magnificent, but it did not feel right.
Well, the other guy wanted to eat you, and I told him that you probably didn't taste that good.
I don't even know what I taste like.
His rider was struck by an arrow, falls, and he consumes her. Consumes the rider. It's crazy.
That's one way to honor their memory.
I mean, Mirith didn't seem to be honoring the rider much. In fact, almost seemed to not honor him.
Disrespectful.
I guess
Yeah.
one could view it that way.
You guys settle in, tiny hut up because you guys would be exposed to the elements otherwise.
Yo, yeah.
And spend the night. The morning arrives earlier for you guys. Before the sun rises, you can hear the sounds of it looks like marching. You can hear the sounds of wings flapping as multiple groups from the Ari start taking flight.
Must be an amazing sight. I'm definitely writing it all down, like trying to remember all of it.
But
and
you guys,
I guess we go back to the arena or wherever.
Yeah. You guys
Try one more time.
as you guys get in, you can see you're a little bit early. You can see the arena keepers. He's down in there with the Felidars. You can see that he's kind of just he's opened their cages, letting them out, letting them walk around. He seems to be talking with them in Celestial. And when he
like
sees
a good morning kind of conversation?
it's a good morning conversation for the most part. When he sees you guys come in, and you can hear in Celestial, try not to eat them.
Hey, at least he's kind of on our side.
Might Zook be able to find any kind of research or information about the Felidars that he could maybe try to glean some more?
Yeah, there is a library here.
There is a library here. If
Yeah,
you
so
wanted
I'm going to spend my morning at the library and research Felidars so that I'm not so ignorant when I come back.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I can convince another one of them to join us.
Alright. Yeah, it takes a little
I'll
while to
play,
get your bearings in the library.
yeah,
It's not
go
a
ahead.
sorted collection. It seems like a lot of training books. They're not sorted in any specific way. So it takes a while for you to find some research on it. Can I get a intelligence check as you're researching?
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay.
And I'd be particularly interested in information about older riderless Felidars.
Yeah, so because it's one day, you're not able. You're barely able to like get a hold of a book and kind of skim through it. You find out that one, they're very wise. They're intelligent as people. They have very keen hearing, and they telepathically bond with their rider. And that this bond is normally for a lifetime. But other than that information, yeah, you're not able to find too much out about it.
Okay. So it's kind of like you're going to the ex-wives club bar looking for love, and they're all heartbroken because they've lost their lifetime mates already and not really interested.
Lonely Hearts Club.
But yeah,
I would just love it. I would love it if Zook becomes the first gnomish Archon. Could be
So-
a calling,
Look, in
bud.
his mind, thinks that's totally feasible too. He's like, I could be an Archon. This
Could be your calling.
yeah, you guys. After a while, you're able to meet with them inside as they're talking with the keeper. What do you guys want to do, and how do you want to go about doing this?
I will translate for Wanderer or Zook, whoever was speaking.
Are we back at the
You would be back at the
I guess
arena.
the arena. I'm going to see if Silvara is up for another joust.
You go in and as soon as you get in there and look at her, you catch her eye. You can see that she swings the bar of the cage open, just kind of opens it.
Okay. This time, I'm going about it very different. The first time I approached her, it was like approaching a wild beast and trying to tame it right then and there. This time, I'm not in a stance of like, oh my gosh, it's a wild animal. I'm in a stance of like, I'm about to have a conversation.
And can I get a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. 14.
You like kind of approach her, stand up like you're about to have a conversation, and you see she jumps, moves forward like she's about to pounce on you, and stops right in front of you. You do kind of flinch just a tiny bit. She stands back and observes you.
but stands his ground.
I'm actually just going to stand there silently for a while and let her inspect until I think that she's ready to hear me speak, because I remember hearing from Trix that she doesn't really like all the noise. Let's have a quiet
But
moment.
I'm gonna check my shorts.
and she takes a moment and observes you, kind of back and forth. And at some point, she kind of comes up, and you can see with her paws, she just very closely kind of prods you in the chest.
Screech. Can I determine what exactly she's doing, or she's just trying to figure stuff out?
She seems curious more than anything.
Cat with a
Okay.
mouse.
You didn't move very much, and you're a metal man. She's trying to figure you out.
Okay. I'm gonna let her take her time to figure me out.
At
Which
some
I
point,
don't know how long she'll take.
after
Oh,
about
never
3
mind.
or 4 minutes, she kind of moves and in front of you, sits down, and just looks at you.
Okay. I think that means that she's ready to hear me talk. I don't know. Am I able to figure that out? Does she look like
Insight
she's
check.
ready to hear me? Insight check. All right. Insight. Yeah. 18.
18.
It's
Okay.
not bad.
Yeah, you look at her, and she seems. Her curiosity is steeped. She seems more like she's just waiting for you to engage.
Okay. Once again, I'm just going to give a slight bow because it's kind of my tradition, my lifestyle. I've been taught for every time you greet someone, you have to give them a bow as a sign of respect. When I come back up, I'm going to say, my apologies on the other day, for I did not know of a Felidar before the other day, and my childlike wonder seemed to have taken over. I am Wanderer of the Reforged. I hail from a time long since past. I know not how your partner died. All I know of them is their name. But if you would have me, I would honor their memory alongside you wherever it would take us.
And she looks at Trix kind of because you've been translating, and looks back and says telepathically to Trix, "More respectful today, isn't he?"
Yeah, he learns quickly, but his curiosity is something that I've come to appreciate. And sometimes in the line of business, when death is all around you, it's nice to have one with such innocence.
I guess.
Not so innocent as the first day I met him. He's strong.
Good. He seems
Seems like you
determined
could
to ride me.
speak to. Seems like you could speak to him directly, if I'm not misunderstood.
And as soon as you say you could speak to him directly, you can see she kind of looks and glares your way. Riding and bonding are two different things.
I am more than happy to serve as your mouthpiece. What would you like him to know?
I could use some time out. I could use maybe somewhere a little bit warmer. long as he
I whip out my
stays
pen and start writing.
silent.
Beach, margaritas, sand, surf, quiet.
As long as he is quiet and you are quiet.
Oh, I will. How about I just stay away while I'm talking? Would that work? Because pretty much talking is my thing.
Fine.
But yeah, he can. I mean, there's a switch. Literally, he can be quiet for hours. It's amazing. It's quite unnerving until you get used to it.
Fine, but he stays
And if he
respectful.
squeaks, there's solutions for that too. We got it all covered.
I'll take him as far as the city to the east.
He can't sneak past a mouse, but one moment, Wanderer. He said he'll take you past to the city to the east.
Okay. I nod, look back to her, give her another bow as a sign of saying thank you.
When you come up, you notice she kind of bends very slightly, just her head forward a little bit, acknowledging it.
Okay. Unless she wants to inspect me further, I shall be on my way. Silently.
As you guys walk away, you can say,
Creak.
as you guys kind of turn to walk away, you can see Veer counting coins out of her purse, looking very frustrated, and hands it to the gamekeeper.
Awesome.
Zook wants to try again.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. When with Mirith, he thinks perhaps might be a good bet. So after they're done, he's gonna once again go back down on the floor.
Yeah, I will be glad to translate for you. I'll explain to Zook on our way over that the telepath bond is, like, I know you read it was permanent, but it's difficult for them to telepathy to you directly without the bond, and so I'll just translate for you, and I won't fuck up as bad as I did last time.
And this Felidar kind of looks at you and recognizes you from the day before, and kind of steps out to you and stands.
May I present to you Snap? I mean Zook. Oh, sorry.
And Zook will respectfully, he'll want to admire and walk around the Felidar as well, while he asks Trix to translate, and pretty much gives Mirith the same pitch he gave Valadrius, that he's a light rider, has high constitution for, even though he may not look it, and that
in my translation, I'll embellish the words so that I'm a powerful wizard. I'm riding you would be putting two great powers in the same corner to fight the battles and win victoriously.
Yeah, but basically, if you would take us to the edge of the realm, at the edge of the mountains, that would be all he could ask for at this point. But if we found that we make a good team, he would be willing to go on further adventures.
Can I get a persuasion check?
Yeah. For me or Trix?
Can I assist? I don't know. I don't know if I'm helping or not, so I'm just gonna stay out of this.
Let's go from you, Zook.
Okay.
I'm just embellishing because that's what I do.
Not bad.
And Meredith looks at you and then to Marius and goes, "He's barely heavy, probably barely heavier than saddlebags."
Imagine you could even just put him in one of the bags, and you know you would think that you just have to counterweight him on the other side. Wait, this. Oh man, telepathy and my own thoughts. They just get so mixed up sometimes. He doesn't. He doesn't weigh very much. That's you're correct.
As humorous as
Would
that
you
is.
go for a short
Wanderer.
ride? Would you go for a short
Oh.
flight right now?
I look at Zook and like, and then I turn and I just. This is a direct translation, no embellishment, but he wants to go for a short ride right now. Please don't eat him. If he falls,
If he falls, he falls.
I put my hand over my eyes and just shake my head. Yeah, Zook, it sounds like you're going to get the ride you want. Please don't fall.
I will not fall. Zook,
And if you do,
knowing that
fly really fast out of the way. If you think you should zag, because I don't know, man. And I'm like, I'm picturing Zook falling and then flying back on top. So I'm sure that like the Felidars like looking at me going, would you just shut up and get out of here?
And Meredith looks and goes, "Take you as far as Felidars will."
Well, I kind of put my arm on Zook and shuffle him forward.
yeah, we'll give this a shot. Let's go for a ride. Zook's excited about it. He's not scared. He thinks he should be, but he's actually pretty excited about it. He's never got to fly on a creature like this before.
I'm going to back away from this interaction and see if Galadrius is around.
Felidars is there. She's currently kind of interacting with one of the archons up above.
Okay, I will not be rude, but I'm just going to kind of hang out in the background because when he flies away, I'm hoping that he won't go alone, but you know, whatever happens, happens.
As you're watching this little interaction with this archon, you can see that this archon kind of scratches behind her ears and ruffles the fur and then quickly kind of reaches in and offers a small metal helmet to her and sets it down. And you can hear him in his celestial tongues go, "If you would have me, we would smite the hordes."
Oh, I love this.
That's a good one.
Tell me she accepts.
And
please.
you can see she has the helmet on her pot and kind of moves it over and just kind of bows in front of him for a moment, and he sets the helmet on her, and the Felidar shakes her ears around, makes sure they're out, then looks, and he goes, "Then we begin our hour of quiet, and you will know me."
Yeah, I'm writing down notes. Like this is amazingly beautiful. Whole different kind of love song.
A man and his cat.
I'm just saying, man.
What type of Felidar is Mirith?
Marith was more fox-like.
No, Galadrius was fox.
Right,
Oh, Mirith is
Valadris.
too?
Valadris was fox-like. Sorry, Mirith. The rest of them were pretty cat-like, other than Silvara, who was more lion-like.
Mirith was like younger looking.
Mm-hmm.
That was about the only thing that we got.
So
was Mirith a different color? Was she white as well?
Mirith was a speckled brown.
Okay, speckled brown. Do Zook and Mirith go for their test ride?
I mean, are you guys leaving?
Oh,
Yeah,
I'm
if we're ready
sorry.
to set out, let's go.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I think that our nearest place to get rations and supplies is as close as that tavern, which isn't close. So the sooner we leave, the sooner we get to a place that we can supply anyway.
Mhm.
So, how far is the end of the mountains? That's 5 days, 3 to 5 days flying.
They said 3 to 5 days walking. The edge of the mountains, as far as they
Okay.
take you, is would probably be about
Okay.
a day.
Okay.
Yeah, so we could fly to the town then, or close enough to the town, and see how we're doing from there.
Yeah, I would agree. So the mount that I can conjure that will be the fastest goes 90 feet. Is that about the same speed as a Felidar can fly?
That is.
Well, we've got 3 Felidars. We don't need another mount now, do we?
Oh no, she left. She bonded. We've got 2.
Oh, Valadrius bonded? I thought she
Galadrius
had agreed to
bonded with.
go.
She's got a new rider. They have a new bond. I mean, I'm not going to interrupt that. I mean, maybe she would anyway, but I just think that's rude. She just got hitched, and now we're like, hey, can.
Oh,
I don't know. I got myself covered. I just want to make sure that the steed that I summon is the same or greater speed.
Yeah, a Felidar's flying speed is 60 feet.
Oh yeah, perfect. Yeah, so I'll take 10 minutes and I'll summon a Pegasus. Not much fighting in them, but man, can they fly fast.
Wonder
And
still
I'm
can't
terrified
believe
because
that
I've never done
he's
it
about to
before.
go fly.
Dude, I mean, I wish I had the capacity to draw because the vision in my mind of you on this thing is just insane.
You
So cool.
you go out and you perform your ritual of summoning. You get everything together. I believe it's only verbal and somatic, and you cast Find Greater Steed, and a white winged horse comes to you. A Pegasus arrives.
I'm just like in awe. Oh wow, its intelligence doesn't even have to jack up, so it already comes with intelligence. So I will speak to her in Celestial out loud. She can't speak back. Wait, she can't speak Sylvan, or she can't speak any of the languages.
Let's see. Summon a spirit, form a royal
Celestial
majestic mount.
says languages Celestial, Common, Elvish, and Sylvan, but can't speak.
The
Can't
creature.
speak any of them, right?
Give me a second.
Cool.
While it isn't within
Hey,
1 mile
Gossy.
of you, you can communicate with it telepathically, but it cannot speak back. You can communicate with it. So yeah, I'd
Cool.
say you could speak with it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. So I'm gonna definitely thank this Pegasus for coming to my summons, and that we have great heroic need that we will be flying with other intelligent flying Felidar. Don't know if Pegasus has ever heard of it, but we're gonna find out. And I'm gonna take her for a test drive.
Yeah. I mean, there's no saddle, so it's like riding a horse, just a lot rockier.
Woohoo! Probably smoother once we get like in the air, though. Right?
Yeah, once you get in the air, it's a lot smoother, but the ups and downs are very tricky.
Yeah,
But once it gets to a soaring speed,
yeah, I'm gonna spin around and try to get a hang of it, using more of my telepathy to control it than my hands or heels, because I'm more comfortable with just talking and telling her what we want. Right?
Okay.
Where's our next move?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I'll touch down near the arena if I'm allowed.
Yeah, you touch back down, and the Archons around kind of observe you guys. The other Felidars are with you as well, and you guys mount up.
Is Veladra still around? Is there like a different outfit that bonded Felidars wear? Is it just the helmet, or is there more to it than that?
As you look at some of the other Archons in the air, you recognize that. Ooh, actually, give me a perception check.
Will do, Babaloo.
Holy crap! You look at the Archons that are around, the ones that were in the arena and around. You think back to them. When you look at the Archons that are bonded with a Felidar, their Felidars are armored in armor similar to them and include their rank insignias.
Oh wow! So, do I recognize the insignia anywhere that was being worn by Elida, the guy in New Trust? Elijah, thank you.
Give me a history check with disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah, because I mean, I'm kind of going forward, backwards, right? Yeah. Oh,
Hey, wow.
Thank you very much.
Double 18.
Meant to be.
Yeah, you think back to Elijah and the rank that he wore. He wore 2 ranks. So he wore the rank of the head of a rank insignia similar to Veer's, being the head of an order. But he also bore another rank. You never saw his Felidar, so you wouldn't know what rank it would bear or if it would be the same.
And that was what I was trying to determine, right? I'm trying to figure out where he was with relation to what I'm seeing right now.
His symbol that he bore was that. The only time you've thought of, only thing that comes to mind, knowing like what you know of the history of the Archons, it's a different country, that kind of thing, is that it referenced, it looked like snow falling, despite there being clear skies.
And nothing like that is in the insignias that I'm looking at now.
Only 2 bear those symbols that you're seeing around you of the various ones in the air.
Those symbols, okay. And those symbols are on the Archon and on the Felidar.
They are on the Archon and the Felidar.
Okay. Good to know. This is gonna help, I hope, later on. Cool. All right, man. Let's soar I'm so excited.
Yeah, you guys.
So we're getting ready to head out.
Yep, that's what
Yeah.
I'm hearing.
We're gonna say our goodbyes to Veer and thank her. And any of the books you checked out that you need to hand back, or are you allowed to keep them? There's a
Oh, I was just reading the ones in the library.
Yeah, he didn't
I
take any
didn't
with
bring
him.
any
cool,
with me.
man.
I don't think they would have
We can
let him
come
take
back
any
and
with
check
him.
this library out later. I know Zook, man. He's kind of one of those guys. He just
Sticky fingers.
always seems to have more books. I mean, just
He might sneak a book if
Knowledge.
he thought he could get away with it.
just always has extra books. Yeah. So let's go, man. Let's go to the edge of the mountains.
Wanderer is going to quickly go track down Veer, because I finally found that silly quote.
She is
Uh-oh.
well, you kind of tell them that you're gonna go track her down, and you find her up in the library. She seems to be journaling.
Veer, would you mind sparing a moment of your time before we depart? I have something to
course.
tell you.
She sets her quill down and closes her book and sets it on the table. Of course, what would you like to speak about?
Well, I much appreciate your hospitality and, well, allowing us the chance to partner up with the Felidar. But to be honest, there's more on their part, it would seem, after taking a few hits myself.
Yeah, I've seen a few trainees eaten.
Interesting. I'll have to document that for some time. But I remember something you said a while back about letting countries fight their own battles and their own wars.
Mm-hmm.
Thing about this void, it's not just one person's battle. It's the entire continent's battle. I don't know if you would even take a chance in attacking that thing. But just know it's not their battle alone in Travash. It's everyone's. One day, it will come knocking. I hope everyone is ready for when that does happen. But until that day, I wish you the best of luck. I'm going to give her a bow and then head out.
She doesn't seem to know how to respond to that. As she goes, things to consider then. But have you
I give a
considered
slight nod.
sometimes things have their time?
Everything
Food for
has their
thought.
time. Indeed. Until we meet
Says
again.
the time traveler. God, lived in 2 different generations.
2 different generations with the same fucking problem.
2 different eons almost. Jeez.
You guys meet back
Yeah,
up.
And
it's
to the
time
other
to round
person
up.
who's literally, to the other person who's lived through it all. Like, these are the 2 time people who know time in a whole different perspective. Time will tell.
Well,
Well,
we've
we'll
met
see
quite a
about
few.
the time.
We have met quite a few of those.
Yeah, but Zook and I, we've only got 1 lifetime, all right? So could you guys hurry up? We're not
Can you
gonna
guys stop
live for
being
800
old over
years.
there?
Jesus Christ. All right.
Yeah, you head back with the group and mount up and venture out. The Felidars are not easy rides. I need animal handling checks.
Animal handling.
I'm doing flips and barrel rolls.
They are not easy flyers.
Let's see.
Ooh.
Where's my animal handling? There it is.
And
All
you
right.
guys can't talk to them.
You know, Wanderer is very excited.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh
That's-
boy.
Wanderer is very
Slay it.
boy. Oh no.
Come on, Frodo, hang on.
regretting. Silvera's regretting.
Wanderer is
every
excited but
choice.
hanging on for dear life.
Either she's having the most fun with you, or she's hating her decisions.
Wanderer, this is a tricky situation for you. You're high above the ground. You're barely holding on. She is flying between mountains. She is not taking your safety into account at all. In fact, the same thing's happening for Zook, but he seems to be rolling with the punches.
And he's enjoying the damn thing. We strapped him in a little harder.
Yeah, so Sylvana is not friendly with you at all. Flying through it, she's going through clouds. She's trying, at some point you feel like she's trying to intentionally break you off. Can I get a strength check?
Yes.
I mean, you did say.
Do you want just a strength check or athletics?
It's gonna be strength. You're holding on for dear life.
All right. Yeet.
Dear metal.
We got
metal.
22.
You like grab onto her fur and are just holding on for your dear life as she is doing everything in her power to get you off. It is not pretty. The rest of you are looking at this. At some point, she like drives you into a snowbank on the side of a mountain. She is not being friendly. And
Even though this is happening, Wanderer's first time flying, the mask piece has probably fallen off by this point from all of the thrashing around.
Oh, yeah.
He definitely has a smile on his toothy maw.
The view is spectacular, though. Snow-covered mountains as far as the eye can see, clear as day. You can see the Aries behind you of Archons as they venture out into the distance, and you get closer as the mountains start to break past you, and you can look. You can start to see an alcove where a small hamlet with a large tower is out, kind of marking the end. A road going through it, although snow has taken over. Going out east, it seems to warm up, so it's not there. But you guys are able to make your way out that way. I'm just making sure I've got. Yeah. Ooh, that's not supposed to happen.
Are we gonna make it to the margaritas for Silvana?
By the end of the
warm place.
During it's a little bit warmer as you get close to the hamlet. It's significantly warmer. It's not frozen over like it was, but as you guys come in and land, you can see a few of the villagers are not concerned. They've seen Archons before. Give me just a second.
Never seen a dragonborn with Pegasus.
No.
Okay.
Or probably a no.
There we go.
The back, but...
Sorry. I'm like.
Can they even see the gnome over the head of the
no, you'd be
Also,
on the
why
back
the
of
heck
this
is it so dark?
because you don't have a map.
Oh, that makes a
Remember?
lot of sense.
That's
Hey,
why we
guys,
gotta get to
I gotta drop.
the...
No worries.
I gotta get.
Wait. After we land, though, right? You're not going to drop from the Felidars.
Yeah, don't drop like right now. Oh no, there he
you're not
goes.
gonna Halo. Are you going to high altitude, low opening, or what do we got? What kind of drop we got?
They land at the edge of the hamlet.
Out
You
of
can see.
character.
Yeah. Okay. I understand. You got to get going. We'll be wrapping up pretty soon.
Thanks, Zook.
Sorry, guys. Have a good night.
That was
Yeah,
awesome.
you too. You guys.
Thank you, Zook.
You guys land at the edge, and you can see the villagers. A couple of the one city guard there with a halberd comes to the group and sees you and sees your dress and goes, and then stops himself and turns and goes, "Of course." And you see one of the younger gentlemen from the village, probably. When I say gentleman, a kid, probably 6 or 7, come up, approach, kind of hand over the chest, kneel, and at that point the guard says, "What? One of the young from the Reach has come. He wishes to become one of your Archons."
I will translate. I'm assuming he's not speaking Celestial.
No, he's not. He's not addressing the Felidars. He's addressing you guys.
Right.
Oh,
But
he thinks
I
that we're
can't
our
make that.
cause.
Well, yeah, but I can't make that decision, and so I will translate to Silvara and let her know what is being requested. I'm sure she's seen this before, so but I'm gonna try to make sure there's no misunderstanding. I'd hate to be a shiv between the this village hamlet that serves them a lot.
She you kind of get off and you guys dismount from the Felidars, and she approaches the child and roars in his face trying to get him to move, and you can see him shake a little bit, but he doesn't move. And she turns to you and says, I will ask one of the others to bring him.
I will translate back a direct translation, no embellishment.
And at this point, the child
Oh,
gets up, looks thrilled, and looks to the people around, and goes, I gotta pay the inn first, and hurries back into town.
just like Wanderer.
Yeah. I assume this is the area where we dismount, right?
Yes, this would be where you dismount.
Okay.
When you guys get off the Felidars, you can see they kind of acknowledge you guys, and
Laugh.
then with a light roar, take flight back into the mountains.
And I will send them a farewell. Probably a little too loudly for them, but yeah, I'll turn to the innkeeper who just met us, and I will ask for the. Are we in Rethen? No, we're not in Rethen.
You're not in Rethen's reach.
I will ask for the nearest tavern. We need to supply. We need outfit and an expedition, and if there's not a guide in town, can they point us in the direction of the nearest town that we could find a guide?
And he looks and he goes, the city guard the guard that you're talking to, not because the innkeeper wasn't there. The boy just said he had to pay the inn before he ran off.
Boy had to pay his tab.
Okay.
He looks at both of you and he goes, small town, you might be able to buy a couple things of bread. I don't know if you've got the money. And he points east and he goes, follow the road east for a 10-day.
Okay. Thanks. Well, you said there's a tavern in town. We'll just thank you very much. We'll just. I'm not gonna dismiss my Pegasus because I think it gives me a little bit of splendor, and the three of us will make our way into this small hamlet.
Wanderer kind of stares off at where all the Felidar flew off. Dusts himself off. That was exhilarating.
I'm gonna reach up and pull this snowball out of his mouth, like, yeah. I'm not sure that Felidar had your best interest at heart.
Oh, I believe she did.
She had fun with you, that's for sure. Reminds me of a girl I dated once, and I'll carry this story on as we walk towards the tavern.
Yeah, you guys walk towards the tavern, getting ready to spend the rest of the night.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing that we got there kind of in the evening, and so we're looking for, I want to entertain with Zook and.
Yeah, it's a small inn. They probably
just
just have one room that
more
you
of a
guys can
thank
rent.
you as anything. Yeah, we're not so much looking for a free room as we're looking to just shake off the travel, reset, give some cheer to this small town. We're a huge band. I mean, we're famous everywhere. So, this is like, Van Halen coming
all
to
the way
the
from
small town.
Chubash.
All the way from Chubash. God, man, I don't even. We got a new name now. But yeah. So we'll play for them, perform, and then we'll try to find wagons and horses for the 10-day.
Okay. This is a very small hamlet. They don't have a stable. They don't really have anything.
Nothing.
Because there's probably like most of the animals that they'd have, they'd be using for farming. So they don't exactly have something they'd be able to part with.
Okay.
Then with legs, we travel.
Well, maybe not, but we'll start that way, right? I'm sure we can increase our time doing magic, but
Indeed.
we will. We'll have to go the old-fashioned way, as they say.
And I think that's where
Maybe we'll make sure we get our shoe leather thickened up.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we're gonna wrap tonight.
It's a wrap.
Also,
Wanderer will
before
remember Silvara.
Yeah, before we go or anything, we can talk and everything. Before we go, you had somebody mention you in chat, Wanderer?
Did I?
Adriana
Which
Servi. In
one? YouTube
chat.
or Twitch?
YouTube. I don't know if they're still in chat.
YouTube.
I don't know if they're still in chat, but they said, hey. Hello, Ski. How art thou doing, Wanderer?
Very nice.
Thou is doing good. I think I know who that is. I'll have to text them later.
Yes, and I will also start noting at the beginning that we will be reading chats at the end of the session, so that people know that we're not ignoring them. And if they ever want to chat, they can. This session took a very different turn, but I should have expected it.
What was it supposed to do? I was trying to figure out where we were supposed to go with it.
I thought you guys would just start walking.
Over the
As soon as you mentioned flying things, I was on that like butter on bread.
Yeah, as soon as I as soon as I was finished like prepping everything and was done and like ready for this session to go, I was like, the second they hear Felidar, they're gonna want one.
Well, I knew that I had specifically talked to the group about getting a flying mount, and so I was like, "Oh man, like I don't think my Pegasus can take more than me and my stuff." So it's like, what do we do about everyone else? And then your flying boots only go an hour, and I'm like, that ain't gonna be enough.
Yeah. About an hour or two, but 2 hours is.
And then the Felidar thing, yeah. I mean, you mentioned the Felidars, and it's like, okay, it
was enough to get you out of the
I think
mountains.
this is what we did last campaign too. What's that?
It was enough to get you out of the mountains. Last campaign, if I remember, you guys teleported into the mountains.
Right, but we also tried to get Felidar pets, remember?
Yeah, and there were some issues with it.
There were a lot of issues with it.
I mean, there were issues with these ones too.
Yeah, I mean, I really didn't want to bond one, and I knew that bonding was like a lifetime thing, but I didn't know that they couldn't talk to you without bonding unless you could telepath. So
yeah, they can't speak normally.
That was a surprise. Well, I knew they couldn't do that, but I thought if I could telepath and then they can telepath to us, but I didn't realize that they if in doing so they end up bonding, and that could be a real problem for the campaign. If one of us gets bonded to a Felidar, they aren't helping us anymore. They're helping Veer. I mean,
you no longer
Frodo,
work for Travash, you work for
exactly
for the Archons.
You're under new management now.
I mean, it probably would have been Zook, but God, it would have been so awful if Wanderer had bonded, because then Brandon would have to pick another fucking character.
I would have fucking wanted to bond too, because that Silvara was a fucking badass. I was like, she's cool. I like her. She's awesome.
Dude, the best of the best and her were bonded. So yeah, I mean, maybe after we're done saving the world, you can come back, but could you just wait a little bit?
The first thing Wanderer has ever fallen in love with.
The beast.
The beast. The first
not
thing
a
that ever
bad thing
took him
to fall in
flying
love
as
with.
well.
Hey man, every girl takes you for a ride. Just saying.
Yeah, you know, I didn't even get a break out of my new mini.
No.
Uh-oh. Hey, we're gonna get random encounters on the road.
Yeah,
That's
because
gonna
you
be
guys
fun.
don't know where you're going, so you're not traveling in the way we were before.
Yeah, we don't have a guide.
Oh
We don't
god,
have.
I need to remember to set up my goddamn random encounters for the other campaign.
Yeah, you don't have a
Ugh.
map. You don't have a guide.
Yeah, we're missing so much that we always had. So
Let's
I'm
just
excited,
follow the road to the east for a 10-day. That
Oh,
seems
come
pretty simple to
on.
do.
How long have you been with us?
That's true. If we see
It's-
even the glitteriest of anything, we're gonna go off that trail.
Yeah, it's never that
Follow
easy.
the road. Ha!
Follow the road, and by no
Follow the
means
road.
leave the road. Leaves the road.
Follow the
Well,
road
even
for
when we
10 days.
stay on the road, man, this one staying on the road is almost what killed our group like the first or second day. So, yeah.
I think I've had a lot of campaigns I've been in before where people just die on the road. That is a
Speak
thing.
to me.
Yeah. It's a very real thing.
We had
We got to this. Go ahead.
we had one time. We were all new at the time. One of us was a monk, and they could move much faster than everyone else. They're like, "Oh, don't worry,
Yep.
I'll scout ahead." They go a day worth ahead. A day, and we're all back camping, and it's night, and they get ambushed by 2 owlbears. And
So
get ripped
that's
to
the new
shreds.
print. That's the new mini I just finished.
Oh, the
no.
owlbear?
No,
Oh,
Monk.
no. Check the 5e general.
Oh, you posted. Oh, okay.
oh, I remember you had a stream about that.
Yeah, because I did Copper Dragons for my Game Master's Arsenal.
Nice.
If you know anybody that wants a mini, I'm giving it away.
Hell yeah.
Woohoo!
I'm doing a giveaway. So point them to my Copper Dragon
Nice.
episode.
Nice.
My buddy has printed off, resin printed all the PHB.
Nice. He came out a lot
Mi-
better than I
monsters.
thought he would.
Shiny.
I was so tempted to just keep him. I'm like, he's such a cute dragon, but no. And I've got a plate. He is the size of an ancient dragon.
Oh wow, he's
Perfect.
beautiful. So what do I have to do to get on the getaway? On the giveaway.
Watch the episode. Give it a like.
Okay.
Comment
Oh, but I've
your
already
favorite
done
breath
that.
weapon attack.
Oh, I
My
haven't done that.
favorite breath. I mean, I gotta be honest, man. Trix's necrotic's pretty fucking cool. Not a dragon, but for a dragonborn, it's about as good as you get.
But yeah, we're doing it as a kind of the more we get. The more we get, the more we can give away. And it's been really good. People have been drawn to it. The short did moderately well on YouTube, and I'm like, now we're getting into some other topics that I'm like, now I'm getting into the like nitty gritty of everything that's going on. By the way, Frodo. Yeah, Frodo. We started playing Ark again.
Did you now?
Yes.
I think I remember seeing you guys stream it. But
I
was in
streamed it,
class at
but
the
I've still
time.
got the other like Ragnarok up if you wanted to join.
Oh, I could do
So you
either
use
or.
a
It's
copper
perfectly fine with me.
filament and then a clear lacquer? Is that how you?
I haven't lacquered yet, but I'm going to. I'm going to use a clear coat lacquer.
So,
It's just the copper filament. That's why it's so shiny.
that's nice. That's really
Uh,
nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
But
lacquer it
yeah,
and get it
I
on its
can-
base.
I can do either or for ARC as long as I'm not in class.
Yeah, I'll let you know. You're probably in class like Tuesdays.
Tuesday's the busiest day.
Yep, I figured.
Tuesday, I don't get out till like oh, what the fuck, 6-ish
Mhm.
p.m. my time.
And
Should be
then
7.
My Thursdays, my D&D game, I either do prep or design a dungeon from my show. That reminds me, I need to do a Copper Dragon dungeon. I'm probably do next week.
I saw you play Rivals. How was that? I only saw a little bit.
I enjoyed it. It's more fun with friends.
Agreed.
Yeah, it's more fun with friends. I talked about it. I'm like, honestly, it's good. I felt I wanted it to be a little bit faster, but that could have just been the characters I played.
I also agree with that. Some of them are very slow.
I play Jeff.
Oh no.
Yes, I play Jeff. I throw people off cliffs.
Oh boy.
I also play Scarlet Witch and Squirrel Girl.
Oh no. No. He's falling to the dark side. No.
Hey, if you want, I don't know how far further to the dark side I can get, but I also play Doctor Strange
Oh, that's fine.
and Magneto.
Oh, that's fine.
But yeah, Scarlet Witch
Doctor
and Squirrel Girl.
I mean, you have
by
your
far my
top
favorite.
3 right there of 3 of the Chaos characters. Because Doctor Strange can make a portal and kill the entire other team by tricking them, or kill his own team.
What are you talking about? I saw a video where they opened a portal to a cliff right outside the enemy base, and Scarlet Witch pushed him in. No, not
Yeah, that
Scarlet
can happen
Witch.
too.
Invisible Woman pushed him in.
Oh, I forgot those are new people now. I haven't played since the update.
Yeah, so she's got a push where she can push a bunch of characters. So Strange sets out the portal on the side where they can't see it. She stands on the other side. As soon as the enemies all roll out, Invisible Woman pushes them off the cliff.
Very nice, very nice. Yeah,
It's
I
a
myself
disgusting thing to do.
I am a Moon Knight main, so there you have it.
Ugh. I don't know. I didn't like Moonlight. He dies very quickly to Squirrel Girl.
That is true.
They all die fast.
I mean,
to Squirrel
I've
Girl.
learned his 2 counters is Squirrel Girl and I want to call him Peter Quill, but I know that's not his name in the thing.
Star-Lord?
Star-Lord, that was it. Yeah. Both of them can kick his ass, but he's more of an ambush predator anyway. Put an Onk down, I can wipe their entire team in less than a second.
See, that's why I destroy the Onks first.
Oh, I know. It's just when you're playing competitive, people will catch on. But the thing is, if you put it next to them or behind them, and you're only targeting them, they don't have enough time to react.
Yeah, we
So
played with
he's more of a one-on-one duelist. He could do groups, but if someone knows you have an Onk, then it's gone.
Yeah, so I played with a full stack today.
Hmm.
That was interesting. It's a lot of fun when you've got a full stack.
I've only played with IP because he's normally either tank or healer. But
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna kill the mics, but we can stick around and chat if we want.